To vie for my affection? Oh, how titillating!
Really? That's all it takes to be threat level demon? Not a bad wager. If I defeat you, their minds will be freed, yes? Then they'll be in my debt like killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Trouble, and today I'm going to be doing a video going over none other than the Blizzard of Hell, or the Hellish Blizzard, Fubuki. The Hellish Blizzard, yeah, that's a thing where he has 2 titles. Technically I think it's pronounced officially the Hellish Blizzard or the Blizzard of Hell. But we are going to be doing an overview of Fubuki from the One Punch Man manga series. Quick rundown is Fubuki. She's the younger sister of Tatsumaki, the Esper S-Class Hero rank 2. She's the leader of the Blizzard group. She's one of the character up there with Genos actually to have undergone the most character growth in all of the series, to be honest. And yeah, so let's just jump right on in. So we're gonna start out here with who she is and her early life. So Fubuki's early life, as far as we know, or as far as we can trace it back to, was when she was 3 years old. When she was 3 years old was when her parents sold off her older sister, Tatsumaki, to the evil evil scientist group, or the evil organization known as Takayumi, the Japanese god of the moon, and I think it's Takayasuki or Takayumi Tasukiyumi. Fuck, I forgot the name. I remember it as the Japanese. I definitely remember it as the Japanese god of the moon. Um, Yeah, but she was never sold off because her powers didn't never manifested. Her psychic powers were very weak in comparison to her older sister, so she never got sold off. And for the next, she would never see her older sister again until 3 years later, after Tatsumaki broke away with the whole event following Lass intervening to save her. 3 years later, Tatsumaki would come back to her, and when Tatsumaki came back, and for the first time she's seen her sister, they got attacked by a group from the organization that held Tatsumaki captive, and Tatsumaki killed them right then and there, which freaked out young Fubuki, and that was actually how her powers awakened. Um, and we know it freaked her out, and that's all we can confirm for that. From that point on, we never really got anything else. There are only snippets, bits and pieces that we know that happens throughout her childhood. We know that she developed an inferiority complex due to her older sister. Tatsumaki pushed everyone away from her, never really allowing her to have any kind of friends, and she developed an extreme inferiority complex because of that, because she could never, no matter how hard she tried, she could never be as powerful as her older sister. But we know when she was in high school, she would come to have an extremely close friend in Psychos. And if you remember Psychos is actually Gorogoro, the leader and creator of the Monster Association. Psychos, after basically developing future sight and looking into the future, she saw a pretty bad future. This future was so bad that it drove Psychos completely insane, and Psychos basically said, we need to wipe out the human race. And you would think that Fubuki would feel sad about this, but no, she didn't. Instead, what Fubuki felt was jealousy because Psychos was surpassing her. If you remember, she has an insane inferiority complex because of Tatsumaki, and so whilst Psychos was there telling everyone, trying to convince everyone that they should wipe out the human race, the only thing Fubuki could think of was that she was going to surpass me. And Fubuki would actually steal off Psychos' ability because of this. And again, that's all we know about Fubuki's early life. We don't know anything else. We're not really sure anything else that happened. But the next time, the next point in her life that we can confirm is that at some point in her life, she joined the Hero Association. She would rise through the Hero Association to become S class, B class, rank one, and then once she did that, she would also create the Blizzard Group. The Blizzard Group, I made a video on this. The Blizzard Group is essentially a group of B class heroes who work under Fubuki, they work under Fubuki, and what they essentially do is they do hero activities together. And when they do hero activities, they share the points, they share all the credit, and together, and they effectively work as a group. This this might seem like a wholesome thing, but it's not, because remember, Fubuki is an incredibly bad person. Um, so she did this as a means for no one, so that no one could surpass her. That's why she did this. And the reason why she stopped at B class is because she doesn't feel like she doesn't feel as if she could ever become number one if she ever moved up to A class, and that's because of her competition up there. That being a My Mask is three disciples, and Atomic Samurai's three disciple, and a My Mask, that being Sweet Mask. Those are A class ranks 1 through 4. And so Fubuki doesn't feel and because she wants to be number one and she wants to be the best, she doesn't move up for B class. And what she does in B class to stop anyone from ever becoming B class rank 1 is she effectively goes to the to new heroes who are rising through the ranks and forces them to join the B class, to join the Blizzard Group, or to work under her, and if they refuse, she would then beat them so badly that they would never be able to work as a hero again. So yeah, she's a pretty horrible person. Um, and that's what she did. And as far as we can confirm, until we meet her, we encounter her in the series, that's what she was doing. She was just basically in B class and crippling other people. Who knows how many people she crippled, or who knows how many she did this to. Until this is where we get to the modern day. And the first time Fubuki is mentioned in the story is by none other than Genos. When Saitama gets promoted to B class, Genos talks about her. Genos mentions her. We would eventually get to see her in the Blizzard Group arc. In the Blizzard Group arc, a couple arc later. I think it's like one arc later, after definitely 100% after the Deep Sea King arc, we would eventually meet Fubuki. I remember Saitama got promoted to B class because of his events in the Deep Sea King, and Fubuki, seeing how fast Saitama was rising through the ranks, she obviously feared that Saitama was going to overtake her. So she came to give Saitama the choice. You can either join me, or we're going to cripple you so you could never work as a hero again. And obviously this did not work, and Saitama, and she actually, just a quick tangent, in this fight she actually cut Saitama with a box cutter. Just to give you, like, she literally tried to kill Saitama, because, and this goes into her psychology and all that. But Saitama obviously stopped her, and she got caught up in a fight between Genos and Sonic and Saitama, and she's actually one of the few people. Well, I don't think Fubuki knows exactly how strong Saitama is, because I don't think Fubuki thinks that Saitama is stronger than Tatsumaki. But she definitely knows that Saitama is extremely strong. And after seeing Saitama defeat Sonic, it's going to become a point for Fubuki to try and use every means at her disposal to try and get Saitama to join him. Uh, to join her, my bad. Trying to get Saitama to join her. And from that point on, she would continuously use every trick, everything at her disposal to try and get him to join. Even at one point, roping him into a video game competition just so he could join the Blizzard group. Even though at this point Saitama is like A class, even after Saitama moved from B to A, she kept on trying. And this is because she realized that Saitama has a lot of connections, because Saitama has connections with Genos, King, Bang, And all of these people are obviously high-ranking individuals in the A class, and connections is a very important thing to Fubuki because she doesn't have that because of Tatsumaki really. Yeah. So after that, that's what she kept doing. She fought in the Monster Raid arc when the Monster Association invaded multiple cities. She fought the well, she's not a cadre, the demon level monster Dos, and she was defeated by Dos. Dos actually hurt her, but she was eventually saved by her little sister. And when Tatsumaki showed up to save her, Tatsumaki took out most of the Blizzard group, then put in most of them in the hospital. This left Fubuki in a pretty tight spot because all of her Blizzard group was knocked out, so none of them could take part in the raid on the Monster Association. So she decided to do something else. She decided to form a new Fubuki group. This Fubuki group consists of Genos, Saitama, Bang, and Bomb. Pretty baller, right? And so yeah, so Fubuki did take part in the raid on the Monster Association. She was with Bang and Bomb the entire time, and she even tried to propose to them to join in her Blizzard group. She fought Dos and got her revenge on Dos for hurting her Blizzard group and for whipping her. Yeah, there's a whole thing going on here. Um, yeah, and then after that, she got into the whole fight with she got into a fight with her old friend because remember the Monster Association was headed up by Psychos, and then she got into a fight with Psychos. She even manages to subdue her, and she was captured by the Hero Association, and that was her role in the Monster Association. Uh, uh, the Monster Association arc. The next time we saw her was in the Psychic Sisters arc, where she comes to the Hero Association to visit Psychos underneath the Hero Association's base, where the Hero Association keeps a lot of monsters. Yeah, the Hero Association is a very shitty place. Uh, that's what she did, and when she got there, that was when the evil organization that captured not Tatsumaki as a child was there, and they actually had infiltrated the Blizzard group, and they had poisoned Fubuki. They poisoned her, and Tatsumaki showed up. Tatsumaki saved her, and Tatsumaki told Fubuki once again that she needs to ditch all of her friends because her friends are so useless they couldn't even protect her from this one individual. And Fubuki listened, but the Blizzard group would never give up on her, and Fubuki ran away, the Blizzard group ran after her, and they pledged to become stronger and always be there for her. And she accepts them. And Tatsumaki also accepts them and vows to kill them if they ever let anything happen to her little sister again. And that's Fubuki in the manga. Um, like I said, her relationship with her older sister Tatsumaki is incredibly strained because Tatsumaki pushes everyone away from her, and Tatsumaki believes that Fubuki doesn't need anybody. Um, and so their relationship is incredibly strained because of this, because of the way Tatsumaki treats her. Um, and and because of that, like I said, Fubuki developed an extreme inferiority complex, and both of them really care about each other. Tatsumaki would never say that, she's too prideful to say that, but she does care and love her little sister. Um, and I think the relationship between Fubuki and Tatsumaki is one of the most interesting aspects of One Punch Man. And Fubuki's obviously developing. She's obviously growing a lot. She's grown a lot from trying to kill Saitama with a box cutter. I think a lot of times people forget that she's a horrible. She was a horrible individual. She literally tried to kill Saitama because she didn't want him to surpass him. Yeah, so that's Fubuki from the One Punch Man universe. Definitely check out the Psychic Sisters arc because it's pretty interesting. The relationship between Tatsumaki and Fubuki it's incredibly interesting. Um, yeah, uh, that's the video, guys. That's Fubuki from the One Punch Man universe. That's everything that she's done and everything that she's up to. So synopsis or an overview, if you will. Comment down below, let me know and what you think, if you love her, you hate her, or whatever it is. And thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.